Hello everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you are seeing this video. So it's been like 3 days that we haven't recorded any video so far, and we haven't traded cause Saturday and Sunday are the weekends, and Monday I didn't trade because the market was not moving yesterday, and today is Tuesday, so I thought there might be a well setup, then we can have a trade. So let's go through market one by one. We will go with the BTC, ETH, Solana, and gold. Let's see where, 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 and when we can find the trade. So let's see our basic approach every time is to see the trend. Just see the trend where the market is moving. In how we can identify trend as of now, you can see the trend is an uptrend. The market is an uptrend, but to make sure that what is happening at the large scale, so we can just zoom out a picture a bit and see at the time frame of like 4 hour. So what happened for at 4 hour, like market was bullish, like like it was bullish for this entire week. If the market was bullish the entire week, and for the last past 2 to 3 days it is consolidating, like it is in a rest phase or stationary phase. Now the market is making momentum again in the upward direction. So this candle is yet to close yet to close in 2 hour and 28 minutes. So we can have a trade into like in at upside, because this candle might finish at this point, because as the bullishness of this candle can be seen, this is pure green candle, and might close in full green candle. So it is like 2 hour and 27 minutes still left to close this candle. And according to the previous candle, see uh, the momentum is quite high, but there might be a rejection from this side also. Like there might be there chance that this may be a selling zone, because market tried to reach this and then market went down from this point. So there is a possibility that seller might be present at this point. So market tried at 15 September 9:30 p.m. 9:30 a.m. and reached at this point, and then sudden selling starts. So there might be a seller present at this point. So if this bullish candle closes up, then there is a high possibility then that market will continue higher highs. But yeah, according to the price action, there is high probability that it will definitely close in higher highs, because this previous momentum is quite strong. So if we trade in Bitcoin, then we will trade uh, in long side, in upper side. So we'll buy. So at 1 hour, same thing. Now let's take at a um, close look at 15 minutes. So at 15 minutes, see, this is how the market is moving in higher highs. There might be a pullback, so we can wait for a pullback to this certain level. Then we can enter uh, in the up direction again. So right now there is see, market is already stretched from 2 to 3 candles to this point. Now there is a high possibility that it might rest or might take a few time, quite time to settle down and gather all the stop losses of all the buyers, then try to uh, take all those stop losses of the weak buyers here. So there might be profit booking candles from these buyers who started uh, taking the trade from this point, and now they might square position, and market will move down a bit, and it may take a pullback. So it might consolidate for for one for an hour or 30 minutes, then it will try to make another move in upward direction or in downward direction. So we can't predict the direction, but the probability of breaking this zone is like 70-80% that it will definitely break this zone, because the earlier candles are quite bullish. So this is about Bitcoin. Let's see what is happening at mm, Ethereum. So same thing, we for uh, just to check whether the market is in uptrend or downtrend, we have to take care of the uh, broader picture. So at broader picture, at higher time frame, the market is at lower lows. So it like before 3 to 4 days, like it is in higher highs, and although like it is like quite a uh, doubtful market, or a quite like a confused market, that it didn't know that where it has to move. Like earlier it is in downtrend, then um, consolidated for like 3 to 4 days, then in higher trends, higher highs, then now it is making downtrend again. So it is still confused at 4 hours too. So market is not able to decide whether to go in higher highs or mm, to come down. So um, but as of like 2 to 3 days picture, you can say that market is in lower lows. So if there is any opportunity that Ethereum will give in the downside, we will take the trade in the downward direction. Although like here it is pausing, so we can just see like this is the buying zone. So this is buying zone. So it is again taking pause from this point. So there is a rejection from this point also. There is a rejection from this point also. So the buyers are present at this point. The closing of this candle is very important. This the candle that it has somewhere around, I think so, 2 hour and 30 minutes, 2 hour and 20 minutes for this candle also to close. And the closeness of this candle, the close position of this candle is really important, and it will tell you the direction of the uh, future coming trades, coming candles. Let's duplicate this again, and let's see what is happening at Sol. So when we go to the Solana, so there is a trade setup in Bitcoin. So we have to wait for the closing of this candle. Let's uh, change the time frame to 5 minutes, and there might be a trade in the up direction. So let's see how this candle will close. We have to keep the eye on this particular trade. So at Sol, let's see at what is happening at the broader picture. So at broader picture, the market is in higher highs, right? So see, the market is in higher highs, like it is in uptrend, but there is a bit of pullback, and then now market is trying to make the uptrend again. So it is trying to continuing the trend again, but it is like buyers are not that much interested, because these candles are like little weak than the previous one, because previous one are like big candles, and now market is making small green candles. Like it is not that much interested, because as you can see there is a pullback, and pullback might be longer. As of now we can I can just see two things, that is here are buyers present, and one more thing that I am able to see here is the retracement of, with the help of Fibonacci uh, like this Fibonacci retracement tool. We can just see that this is rejection from like 50-55%. So from this point, from this point, and from the top point and from the bottom point, the rejection is from 55%. If it crosses the 60%, then the buyers are more interested, and buyers are more dominant than the sellers. So uh, so it is clearly showing us that there are sellers present at this point, and they don't want the market to continue in higher highs, continue in upward direction. So what they are trying to do, so they are trying to sellers are trying to push the market downside, because they don't want to market to go from this point. Because why they don't want, because if people are selling from this point, then their stop loss might be at this zone or this zone. So they don't want that their stop loss might hit. So they are trying to push the market in downside to the sell side. And on the other side, these buyers who are weak buyers, that they are not showing that much potential, and they might square off their position to uh, that they might square off position, because they might afraid from this sell back, and they thought that okay, oh, selling is again started. So let's see what is market is trying to do, and let's keep this at a 5 minutes interval again. So at 5 minutes interval, you can see a different picture. Like although like at 4 hours, we can see the downtrend, but at 5 minute, you can clearly see there is an uptrend. So so it is like market can behave differently at different time zones, and you have to respect the market and trade accordingly. Because if you are comfortable to trade in 5 minutes, then you have to respect the 5 minute time price action. What 5 minute price action is all about. So according to this price action, what I am able to see is like although my market is in higher high trends, but there might be a possibility that it will continue lower lows. So I will sell because this might be a good opportunity. And if market crosses this point, I will sell it. So 238.34. There is a limit order 238 or 239, 230. Yeah, 238. So if market come down at this point, I will sell it. Okay. So my order is like pending order. So okay. I think it is executed, right? Why it is executed by? I think it is executed. I didn't expect it because I thought that it might execute at 238 points, and although like it is giving me a big loss, although like it is not going to. So guys, this is a mistake. I will cross this trade and delete this trade because this is not what I wanted. I wanted that this will execute at this uh, particular particular point. So I will execute this order manually because that loss will what that trade that I closed recently or deleted recently is disturbs might disturb our mindset. So I don't want that it will disturb our mindset. I am just this is my planning. If it crosses this line, I will jump in the downward side. Why I'm jumping in the downward side? Because see, there are so many buyers who bought at this price, like this price, this point, this point, this point, and there might be a possibility that buyers are accumulated at this point also. So their stop losses are at this zone. If there might be a big red candle uh, that will come down, then there is a high probability that uh, market will continue in downside. Although like it is like protecting from this point, my trade will execute if it crosses this point. So I will wait for quite some time, like let me, yeah, this point. So if it crosses this zone, then I will enter in the downside because I am more interested in the momentum. And in momentum, if it collects too much stop losses of buyers, then I will be more than happy to have some kind of profit. So this is Sol, and this is Ethereum. Same thing. If it crosses this point, we are more interested in the selling side. Although like in 5 minutes time interval, there is no trade at all. Like market didn't know where it has to go. So let's see what is happening. And in the Bitcoin also, like we have to wait a bit. Although like it came down, now it is making I'm waiting that if it crosses this zone, then there might be a high possibility that it will continue higher rise. And if it try to go down, then we will plan accordingly. So this and I'm more interested in the downside. If it crosses if crosses this point 238.27, we will short the position. Otherwise we will enter in the uptrend because the real trend is in up direction. So we can also enter in the uptrend or by uh, taking the stop losses of all the sellers who are thinking that market will go down, but market will trap them. So we will wait for the trap system to continue. And let's see the closing of this candle because this is very important label right now. So it is 39 seconds to close this candle, and if this candle closes from like below this point, I will definitely enter in the downside with a small stop loss. um, so this is the overview. Let's continue one more tab just to see what happening at gold. So this is gold chart. Let me treat the volume. And at 4 hour interval, so at 4 hour interval, the gold is in higher highs, like it is in uptrend, but now it is pausing at this point. So we can have a this is the buying zone. You can just clearly see this is the buying zone, and there is a selling pressure from upwards. And if there is if the market is interested in making higher highs, we will enter in uptrend. But right now there is no clear indication that where the market is going, so we have to avoid the trade in the gold. But by if I trade, I will trade in the up direction. So let's see. Let's wait for the price action to build up. And so Sol is not allowing to enter. um, let's see. Let's wait for this candle to close, like how it is closing. The closing of this candle is very important. And same goes with we have to avoid trading in Ethereum, because Ethereum, it is like quite confusing zone. Although like it is in selling zone, but um, at a shorter interval you can just see that it is not giving the clear indication of selling. So this is the clear indication of selling, but somehow the market reverses. And that's not the good indication, because see, the market is in selling phase, and this is a bit buying zone going over here, which is protected by these buyers also, like they reverse the market. But uh, we can't do anything, like there is no trade at all in Ethereum. So we have to avoid trading in Ethereum for quite some time. And in in Bitcoin, I already told you that if market crosses this zone, this green zone, then it will continue in higher highs. Although like there is 2 hours and 13 minutes. So based on the previous momentum, the market has high momentum in the upward direction, but there is a rejection from this point again and again, like three times it rejected. Uh, and although like my analogy and my analysis is in the upward direction, but let me see let what is happening at shorter time frame. And shorter time frame, it is like getting our pullback. And so I'm waiting. So I'm just waiting that it will cross this zone, then we will enter Ethereum. We will avoid trading in Ethereum. And now let's see what is happening. So I will be more interested in selling side, and I'm selling. um, uh, I sold. Let me see where at which point. I 238.01, 238.01, 238.01, 238, 238. Okay, 238.01 at this point. 01, 01. Okay, like I think we sold a bit lower. mm, Option so this is the point that we sold. um Short position. So this is the, yeah. And this is our stop loss, zero point 0.7. So zero point 0.7 times 3. Oh, our stop loss might be big, like it's like 200 points, but our target is also big, like we will take good target if market continue in lower lows. So let's see. We entered in the downside, guys, with a small stop loss. Like it is not that much small, like it is zero point 0.6 points. And zero point 0.6 is like zero point 0.7 points actually. 0.7 times 300 is like $200 risk. So it is $200 risk trade. We can take the risk of $200. That's fine, but I don't think so like it will give you easy target as of now, because it is reversing, and reversing very well. So it might trap us for a second, but let's see how this trade will behave. Why I jumped in the down direction? Because I saw this uh, there is a tick in downward direction, and it crosses this zone. So I thought it might continue in downtrend. And my stop loss is this point, previous high of this candle. And it already touched the highs. So and now it is coming back. So there might be possibility that it will continue, but let's see. Let not be hopeful, but we will follow our price action. And this trade will be like one ratio, at least 1:3 trade. So we will take bigger profit, or we will come out at a small loss. So this is our trading psychology over the period of time. and we will stick to that. This is the process that we have to follow. Although like it might give you some time, it will give you loss, sometime it will give you profit, but it's fine, it's a part of the game. So let's embrace the pain. I will manage my trade, although like it is not hard and fast rule that I will come out in my stop losses. If I see that market is trying to reverse, and that it will give you a clear indication whenever it tries to reverse, so I'll manually exit my trade. But if it giving the clear indication of giving moving downwards, then I will continue to hold my trade. So both ways I am open. Like there is no biasness. Uh, I will accept the market condition and the market behavior, and plan accordingly what my entry and exit will look like. I will enter again if I feel so. That's not a hard and fast rule, but you have to be you have to be welcome, and you have to accept the movement of the market. So let's see. So it's still 3 minutes and 30 seconds to close this. Or like candle is trying to give you the direction. So as of now, it is giving you direction in the downside, which is good for us. Like because there's so much stop loss at the downside, and if there is no big buyer that will jump in, then market will slip to in the downward direction for sure. So we will wait for the panic in the buyer's zone, and if there is a great panic in the downward direction, then we will enjoy the fall. Otherwise, we will enjoy by taking our stop loss, and we will move out from our trade. That's not a big deal. Just follow the process, and let's see what this trade is trying to give us. So as of now, like not giving us such strong indication that it will move downwards, but it is giving somewhat a little bit indication that it might move, might not move. I will point by pointer on the cross because anything can happen at in this 2 minutes. Either it will reverse or it will go down. So you have to prepare for both. Like there is a 60%, 70% probability that it will go down, but there is still 40% probability that there might be a big buyer that jumps in and square off your position. So yeah, it is doing somewhat like that only. Still there is a confusion. Still we are at cost to cost. That's fine. Okay. Now it is giving us a big loss. So I will cross my trade if it touches 100. And I think so that it will definitely give you a better loss, like 40 seconds, and I don't think so. Now it will behave according to our price action and what we thought of. So let me close my position. Um, let wait for 20 more seconds to close this trade, and it is not giving a good indication that our trade will work. Still 8 seconds, and Closing is important. Like closing in downwards is very important, but I don't think so. It closed in the upward, like it is giving the indication that it might move in the up direction. So there is a, there are high possibility that it will take our stop loss now. Let's see that it will take our stop loss or not. But there is a high possibility because the closing of the previous candle is like a pin bar candle. Like it will showing that market is interested in the upside because buyers are jumping in and they just want to see that this kind of pin bar candles and yeah. So we already crossed $117 and now there is a high possibility that it will close you in the loss. So we will accept the stop loss. It's not an issue. Just I'm waiting for the guarantee from market that it will flush you out, and it is quite trying to do the same thing actually. So I'm still in the trade. I'm just waiting. Okay, so one more attempt by the market. Uh, I think we entered a bit early. What is happening at? So it is making green candle in the up direction, and I think we have to cut our stop loss. We have to cut our trade because the candle might close in the green, full green bar candle, and that is not a good sign because that is a clear reversal sign. If it closes in the green like this type of candle is good for us. Like they are saying that okay, you can just stay. There might be a possibility that it will go down. Okay, so this trade is going on. Let's see what is happening at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin it pausing at this point, so we can draw one more zone. So this is buying zone, a small buying zone coming here. Let's see what is happening. So this is gold. We are trading in the soul. So let's manage this soul trade. And although like we have seen that the loss is around $130, $130. So we are already saying that loss. Now there is 1 minute and 15 seconds to close this candle, and the closing is also important. Like if it will close in the up direction, then there might be. So yeah, it will make you uncomfortable. Yeah. So again, we are approaching more than $100 loss in this trade. So I'm just putting my pointer at this cross position. If it crosses like 100, 30, 40, 30, 40 or $50, I will square off my position because I know that if it crosses $150, it will definitely cross $200. So why to take $50 more risk? And if you know that it might reverse, but there is right now this is indicating that let's stay in this trade. Neither you are wrong nor you are right. So market is a bit confused. Um, is waiting. It is actually waiting for the buyers to come in. Um, and I took the trade in the opposite direction, although the direction is in up direction. So this is might okay. So this is quite a big uptrend, and if we try to make a trade in the opposite direction, then there is a high probability that it will cost you. Uh, but at the same time, it is high rewarding also. Like many people try to buy at this position, and their stop losses are at this position. So if your ability, your thinking and the market thinking the same, then it will go down. Otherwise, it will take your stop loss. That's is that simple. Trading is quite simple thing, but hard to manage. Everything is depends on emotion, risk reward. So you have to control your risk reward and emotions. If you control those two things, then you can make a hell lot of money from this, from the world of this infinite money. Guys, I think it will uh, flush me out. So yeah, I'm crossing this trade because it we are wrong in this particular trade. So I just cut off my trade at $153 uh, because it approaching the stop loss. Although like it will take your $200 stop loss as well. So let cut our trade at $153. So we have a loss of $153, and that's fine. I'm more interested if it crosses this point again, and I will jump in again in the downward direction. But as of now, um, I'm not going in the up direction because uh, the thing is a bit unclear to me right now. Um, we will plan a new trade according to the price action. Let's wait for the price action. I am waiting for the closing of this green candle. If it closes in big green candle, then all those sellers will be trapped, and I will be happy to will help them out as market help me out to square off my position. I will help them out to square off their positions. So let's see. I will become a buyer from a seller if market closes above this point. So I am very yeah. So there is high possibility. Now I am a buyer, guys. I'm just waiting to for the candle to close, and I will jump. So I am not a seller anymore. I am a buyer from this point of time, and I will enter in 300 quantities, and I will enter somewhere. Let's see how this candle will close. Everything depends on this candle. Why I am become trying thinking to become a seller? Sorry, buyer. Because as a seller, see there are so many sellers that uh, grouped or assembled here. Then we can and the trend is in up direction, and it is not that strong so that it flush all the buyers of all this. So they might protect their capital from this point and they might protect their stop loss. And if one big buyer come in, big buyer, how we identify the big buyer? Then if it closes in the strong green candle, then there is a high chances that the entry of a big buyer is there, and we will take the advantage of that thing. So, um, although like this is not satisfactory candle, but we can take some kind of advantage. Let's wait. Let's wait for the perfect setup, guys. Perfect setup, guys. Perfect setup. Because everything depends on the perfect setup. What is happening at the Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is again at this point. Ethereum is we can't trade in Ethereum, and in 4 hours, yeah, 4 hours, the gold is very bullish. Or the like previous candle is doji candle that gets confused whether to go up and or go down. But the probability that it will go up is more than the downside, and we will trade based on the probability. We are the probability based trader. If I say we, I mean me, because I am still learning, and let's see. This is the game of always learning, and so let me refresh it. Why I refreshed it? Because I want to this trade to what is happening at 4 hour. Okay, so this is not XAUSD. Yeah, this one. So this one is happening. So as you can see, there is a rejection from this point, and then there is a buyers from at this point. So let's see what market is trying to do, and if market crosses this point, we are the buyers, and market crosses this point, then we are the sellers. So let's wait for the market, and let's wait for this trade actually. Okay, this trade actually, what will happen? So we are the buyers at this point, and I think we should enter, but 288, and this is 5, 3, 3, and 9. Um, mm, like it will give the entry or not, I don't know. Um, might be it will not give you us entry, or it will give me entry or not, I don't know. But I think it should give me entry. Uh, should give us an entry, for the or at least should give us entry. So I will be in long direction at this point. So this will be my entry position, and this is my stop loss. So 2 point, what is this point? 2.71, and this 4.5 is my stop loss. So almost 30 points. Uh, all like it is coming down. That's good. So guys, I am entering. I entered. So let me see what is the entry point is. 238.79. 238.79. Uh, long position. 238.79. This one. This is my entry points, guys. Or like I entered at the wrong place, but it's fine. Delete this line. So my target would be like this. Stop losses at this point, so we will be kicked out of this trade at this point, and our stop loss is sorry, our target is at this point. So big target and small stop loss, and we will trade like this only, like although like it's trying to get our stop loss, but let's see. So closing the candle in 2 seconds. Okay, so let's wait what will happen to our trade. And my why I jumped in the upper direction, because I think these sellers are trapped, or like they, because if the momentum is high then it will just cross, but the momentum is not that high. Momentum closes like pause, like slow down at this point, and we can take the advantage of that. So slowly it will jump, go over here, and we can take the advantage of that thing. What is happening at gold? So coming back to the trade, our trade again, it's $18 lost right now, and we will take such kind of losses. Not, there is no issue, but it is very important that we will square off our position in a small stop loss, but we will jump again. We'll keep jumping and keep taking the bigger target, but you have to square off position in short and a small stop losses. Um, Although it might be a wrong entry, but I think based on the previous candles and analysis, I took the trade. Okay, so now it is giving us a down move, and not giving the confidence in the upward direction as well. So it is keeping us in ambiguous state. 2 more minute to go, and what it's trying to do, man? You didn't went down. You gathered all the sellers at this point. Now you're not moving in the upper direction as well. So what are you trying to do? You are squaring off my position from the up upside as well. Then you will go upside again, or you are just checking my patience level. So yeah, guys, I think the time to square off our position, because it's already $75 loss and it is approaching our stop loss. And the way the candle is trying to close is not good for us. So still 1 minute to go. 1 minute is $70 loss, guys. $78, $81 loss, $84, $96 loss, $102 loss. Okay, guys, I think we are wrong in this trade. Not yet, I think so. Sentiments change within seconds, guys. What is trying to do, man? What is exactly trying to do? From 100 to the can you see the level of volatility? from 100 to $20 within 1 second. And I am pretty much confident it will go up because the one who handle this kind of volatility is the real trader, guys. There's so much uncertainty at this point because there is high probability that more or most of the sellers are at this point, at this very point, they are trying to sell off their positions, and there is a high chances that market will take all the stop losses. But see, there is next level of uncertainty is going on. But there is selling pressure in the past three candles, so every candle is like pausing from the exact point, coming down and closing in dozy. But there's a little pressure in upward direction as well. Checking too much patience level, emotion level, everything is it is this trade is checking. This is real training, guys. This is real training. Checking everything, every patience level, your stop loss level, your entry exit, the holding level, the sentiments, the volatility that you can take, emotions, everything. It is it is testing everything. This trade is exactly what I wanted. So this is like teaching trade. Whatever it will give you, like stop loss or the target, teaches you a lot. Teaches you a lot, and I think it teaches you and as well as give you a penalty and take a fees from you. So okay, now again we are at 40s. It's already been like 15 minutes in this trade, and we are juggling between $100 to 30 plus $30 profit, from $100 loss to plus $30 profit. So there is next level of uncertainty is going on, guys. Market is very much uncertain that where it has to go, because I think it is also following the Bitcoin thing, because Bitcoin it is taking rejection again and again, and same goes with this Solana as well, because Solana is also taking rejection from this point, like thrice it took the rejection thrice, and it's not daring to close in the upward direction. I don't know why, what is happening. So there is this dominance of sellers at this particular point, but sellers are not that strong. Okay, just do your magic. Soul, please do your magic. Go and break all the levels in the upward direction, obviously. And you are doing the same thing, but you're not 100% convincing me. You are keeping me in the dilemma, and that is not and that is not exactly what I want. So you are playing with my emotions so very well. Although like, so 16 more seconds to close this candle, and I am pretty much interested how this candle will close. So the closing is very important, although like it is a roller coaster in this. Two more seconds, and it closed well in the up direction. That's a good indication for us, guys. uh, for the first time it is showing me $40 profit, so it is clearly a good sign for us. But the reversal is also so strong. Like it is from 50 to $20 within seconds. Again $45, $54, 57, 60. For the first time it touched 60. That's great. 51, 48, 51. Nice. 48, 51, 57, 60. Second time it touched 60. That's good indication. 75, 87, 75, 87. Nice. So it is trying to go in the upward direction. That's a good sign actually. Slowly, slowly it might. So it has to take the stop losses of all the sellers. That's the actual point. And it came down with the same pace, guys. I think this trade will not work as of now. We might have to close this trade in cost to cost, because for coming down from $70, 70 $80, then it is trying to close again in uh, too much roller coaster, guys. Too much roller coaster. So every candle is closing the dozy candle. Confusion. So much confusion, guys. Okay, $12 loss, and there's still 2 minutes to close this candle. $21. So it it is closing in the downward direction. It's not good for us. Okay, so it might take a stop loss very clearly, and I'm squaring off my position, guys. Uh, the reversal is so strong. Still 1 minute and 14 seconds to close this candle. Close to our stop loss, but it's not hitting. Our stop loss as this line. As soon as it crosses this line, I'll cut off my trade. 38 seconds to close this candle. And the way it is closing the candle, it will take our stop loss. So I am fully convinced that this trade will take our stop loss, guys, because the closing is very bad. Yep. So let me refresh the chart. So the story is all about like we took two trade and we have two small stop losses. And the soul, we just took a trade and it didn't work well for us. We thought that this is the buying zone. This is the trend line that is telling us that this is the buying zone again. This is a pullback. There might be a selling from this point, but market is not interested. Now it is, after taking a stop loss, it is moving again in upward direction. So this is really frustrating, guys. It took a stop loss and now it is moving up. We will jump again in the upward direction. Let's wait for this candle to close. But jumping in and out is not a good sign of trading. Although like we analysis, our analysis is all about like this trade will jump take like this trade. We took this trade because we know that all the sellers are trapped and there is a possibility that it will jump from this point because it just need a momentum, and we are waiting for the momentum, but momentum didn't come. So guys, we will take one more trade because our risk appetite is around $300 and we already crossed $257. So another trade will be around $100 or uh, and if we are able to have a loss and that trade as well, then we will stop trading for today's session, and we will accept that today is our losing day, and we can't trade in, in this market. So guys, just wait and watch. This is Bitcoin. There is no trade because trade will be in above this line, and this is our gold. There's no trade in gold as well. So like I can see there is a trade in the up direction. Countdown to close the bar. 2 minutes and 21 seconds. I have to refresh it because if I trade, I have to see this $105 loss as well. Gold, Mr. Gold, you are here. Or like at 1 hour, it is super bullish. But at 5 minutes, you can just see it is dead. And we, as a trader, has to avoid trading when the market is dead. So we are just okay. This is the buying zone. This is what market trying to tell you that this is the sellers. Small sellers are there, which is not interested to continue buying, and if market will come out at from this zone, then there might be a possibility that okay guys, there might be a trade in the downward direction. So I'm just continuing with 300 trades points. Let's see that how it is closing. The closing is very important, guys. So it is closing in the downward direction, so that's good sign for us. We will trade in 300 points with 300 points in the downward direction. But I'm more interested in taking the stop loss of all the buyers who are accumulated like me over here. So just close it in the downward direction. I will happy to jump in. But if you try to take my stop losses again and again, then I will be not happy, right? So it is like 15 more seconds to close the candle. 13, 12, 11, 7, Guys, I'm selling. I just sold. I sold at 238.18. 238.18. Let me draw the short position. 238.18. 238.18. Yeah, this one. So this is my selling point and this is my stop loss for, so $120 stop loss, or $150 stop loss. So let's take a stop loss at this point and our target will be at least 1:3. Yeah, this one. Let's see how this trade will work. Otherwise, if this trade fails, then we will accept that today is not our day, and we will enjoy our bad day today. Nothing in Nothing wrong in accepting the stop losses. We just have to be. So why I went in the downward direction, guys? The moment, see, the momentum of buyers are not that much strong, right? These are weak buyers, and market already closed from this point at the down trade, so there might be a seller interested, but there are still buyers at this point at the zone that are protecting. If this candle closes in downside, then there is high possibility that all the buyers who accumulated over here for the period of time have their stop loss at this point, and moreover these buyers also have the stop loss at this point, and there is a high liquidity at this zone that market will slip and give you a at least 1 to 2 points, and we are more than happy to capture all those 1 to 2 points. So let's see, this is our third risk, and let's see how our risk reward ratio gives anything or not, all it will take stop loss. At least it will give us 1 or 2 points. So I think it is trying to break the zone in the downward direction. let's wait let's wait for the proper closing of the candle because the closing is very important. So it will go down very fast because there is so many buyers in the downward direction and they have stop losses out there. And now see if it is making again rosy candle, so the closing is very important, guys. Like, it's still 1 minute left, and if the closing, so depends, everything depends on the closing, guys. The closing is not good, can't do anything. We have to like square off our position again, otherwise we have to wait for our target to hit. 20 more seconds, and still one. So $140 profit going on, guys. 160, 170. Okay, now it breaks like $290 profits, 260, 225. We will wait for 300 plus. We will book our trade in 300 plus points, because we have to book a big profit. Otherwise, we will close in the small stop loss. I'm not happy at this point. Like, it's still it has to cross 300 plus points, 300 plus dollars. Then we have a good trade. Otherwise, it will reverse. I have no issue. I will accept the pain. I will accept the stop loss. But My target, I will square off my position at my target only. That's what I am all about. All other than that, I will close my position in the red. No issue. But what I have decided that I will square off my position in my target only. What is gold doing? So there is a selling trade over here, like it will give you 1 point trade if you want to. If you are interested in 1 point trade, you can trade. Although like it's not a trading zone, you can avoid also. But if you are interested in 1 point scalp, you can just do it in the gold. I will wait for my target, guys. I will wait for my target. It's fine. It will reverse. I have no issue at all. I will definitely wait for my target. Because this is what I designed this application for. I designed this application for my mindset, for my psychology. And if I am not able to develop my psychology, then there is no use of this application. I will take, this is not dollar for me actually, this is points. And in real life trading also, I will treat them as a point. No, these are point actually. Like this is game. Just take it as a game. And how you are, see, whenever you play the game in Vice City or something like that, you can easily build wealth because you took those as a point. And this is the real time game also. Like this is a, if you take it as a point, then it is a point. That's it. Hmm. There is a downside trade because this might be a false breakout, and many traders will jump in the buying direction, and they have their stop loss at this point. So my market uh, will move in the downward direction. So you can also trade in the downside. Right now, enjoy our trade. This trade is very important for us. 19 more seconds, guys. Pausing. It is pausing, guys. But it's clearly saying that your direction is good. If your direction is good, then you just have to wait for your target. Hmm, Ethereum is behaving differently. So for the first time, we are crossing the 100 plus profit, and that's a good sign. Just wait for it, guys. It will give you. You just have to wait because you are in the right direction, and if you are in the right direction, just have to wait. Wait, just wait because this is all about waiting game. Wait, practice patience. See the fall, guys. See the fall. Enjoy the fall, guys. Enjoy the fall. Oh, $370, $75 profit, guys. $378. So price action is working, guys. Let's see how it crosses $400, and we will. If it crosses $400, we will book our initial profit. I think we have to book our profit. Let's wait. Let's wait like one more tick in downward direction. Uh, $354. Okay, $339, guys. It reversing. 324, 315, 306, 291. Okay, so it reverses. Okay, no issue. 258, 34. Hmm. Guys, it reversed very badly from $380 to like $219. So quite unfortunate for us. But so we have seen around $380 profit in this running profit in this trade, but now it is reversing very widely. Um, what should I do? I have to book my profit, or it is like clearly idiotic thing if you come out at you can plan one more trade. It's fine, but I think you have to book your profit at this point because trade is not in mood to give you a better profit, or you have to wait for 27 seconds more. That's fine because there is still a probability that it will go down. It's just checking the patience level of the sellers, and there might be a so 11 more seconds. 37, 255, 258, 257, 273. Okay, so it is giving one more opportunity, one more attempt to touch again the downward direction because this is a dozy candle. It closed, and the dozy candle is not good for us actually. So so it is coming again to for 300, touching 290 again, 279. So this is where exactly your patience will test is again. Although like we will cross this trade as this horizontal line. Option H. We'll close our trade at this point because this is a reversal. Otherwise, then we can wait. We can wait for our target. Either we will take 400 plus profit or we will take $200 profit. That's perfectly fine. 200 or $180. That's okay. That's okay to me. I have no issue. But if we book a profit, we will book a profit at 400 plus dollars. That's what my mindset tell me, and I think we might be wrong. See, I think we have to close our trade at this point. $180. So it reverses, guys. It reversed. Um, like we can wait for one more attempt, but I think it reversed and not that much interested in going down again. But as a seller, can wait. So it is attempting one more attempt. It is giving one more attempt in the downward direction, like 200. So again, 300 plus profit. It is showing 300 plus profit again, 312, and that's nice. That's actually nice. 2 more minutes to close this candle. Hmm. Guys, I think I have to cut this trade down because it is not that much interested in going down again. So closing this trade at 240.37. Uh, my one mind is saying that Vivek, you have to wait for your target, and one is saying that the reversal is quite strong. That waiting for 58 seconds more. So much, so much patience testing, guys. So much patience testing. Clearly closing in the upward direction, guys. 22 more seconds, guys. So there might be profit booking candles also. I don't know, but it is not a good sign for us. As a seller, we stuck in, so it is taking momentum in upward direction, and that's not good for us, to be honest. Yeah, all our profit went down to $150, guys. So we are back at our original point, and that's quite hurting. But I will, I will not squaring off my position. I will square off my position at zero. but I'm not taking this $150 profit. I will. I'm a bit rude at this point. Like this is not a rude thing, but this is like I'm not interested in taking small profits. If I will take, either I will come out at zero, or I will come out at my target. In between, I'm not coming out, no matter what. Let's see. Trade might be long, but you have to respect your mindset, because if you are not respecting your mindset, your process, then there is no point in trading, because trade will be like this only. Like this is pure emotions. Everyone is like involved. This is real money. uh, People are involved with real money, and you are trading with them, so it's fine. Like this is how trading is. This is how trading really works in the real world. So uh, $156 profit going on. We we seen the profit around 300 plus dollars twice. We haven't booked it because we know that target is big, and for big targets, your mindset has to be strong. Otherwise, you will. Otherwise, I will cut. Let me. I will cut my trade at this point. At this point, uh, so that we can close in somewhat in positive. Right, because closing every time negative is not a good thing. But we are not interested in taking small profits. That's for sure. That's for sure, guys. That's for sure. Again, showing 200 plus. I'm coming in just a second, guys. Let's this trade be closed, and I will talk about the psychology and learning from this trade, that what should I do in future. Okay, guys. So gold break out from this point, and there is a good opportunity to buy from this point, because this is great. All the sellers stop losses are there, and or like in 4 hour candle also, like it is quite bullish. See, the pattern is bullish only, so you can target up till this point as first target, and the next target. So let's see that this trade be closed, and we will jump in the gold as well for a scalping. And in Bitcoin, so Bitcoin, there is a proper setup of selling. There might be a selling. Let's see. outperforms Ethereum. Ethereum is also in the selling side. So does our Solana also is on the selling side. Or like it is giving the vibe of reversal, very pretty big reversal, guys. And yep. So we are basically we are wrong at this point, and our trade reversed. See, we can just say our trade is reversed. So we have to take out our position because this is reversal. This is quite clear reversal because this is perfect reversal, and and we are at we are at the zone of buying again, like selling again. Like we sold at this point, and market went to this point, and we almost captured around uh, 1.32 target, but our target is at least 3.1:3 target. So we are not able to capture the entire target, and that's the reason that we are still holding our trade. We'll close our trade at this point, and there's strong possibility that it will close at this point only because it is perfect reversal, and reversal may continue uh, furthermore because there are more sellers that are wrong, and they will square off their position to prevent their stop losses, and their exit order their exit order is buying order, and buying order will pump the buying pressure in the market. By seeing that buying pressure, more buyers will join that momentum, and the market will slip in the upper direction, in the up direction. So that's the whole overview is all about, and let's see how market will behave in this certain conditions. Like although like we we are already in this trade for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, and we are smiling, laughing, paining. We have we have been gone through all the emotions that a trade can give you in those 30 minutes, and I think we have experienced most of the emotions in this particular trade, and I'm happy. Actually, I'm like a bit satisfied for this with this trade. I know that it might end up in like 50, $60 profit, or might be at $0. That doesn't matter, but the learning is very important. Like if you are right and you have captured the right entry and you have captured the right trade, then you must hold your trade. And I think from this trade onwards, I also learned that booking profit is also way important, more important. Like if you are capturing 90% of your target, whatever you decided at early entry, and you are capturing 90% of the target or 80% of the target, and you have to square off that position. Like $380 target is not bad. We can square off that position, and if market will give you the another entry, you can jump in again. So by using that framework, you can gain first profit, that is $380 profit. Then market will jump to the initial position, and you know that the market momentum is downwards. You can jump in again, and you can make 100, 200, $300 profit more. So in the same direction, you can take multiple profits, multiple big profits. But why so this is a learning from this trade. Multiple profits can be booked. It's not about like you have to, there is a hard and fast rule that you have to be uh, exactly the target will, although like it will give you a super happiness, like it will give you another level of dopamine hit, but the mathematics and the probability works like this only. So you don't have to be rigid, you just have to play with the probability and probability. So this is your framework, you don't have to be aligned with someone else framework. So this the framework will only come when you trade, when you execute the trade in the real time, when you think, when you see that things will happen like this, and then you uh, then you will convinced, okay, so this is the flow, the flaw in someone else trading style, and this is how you have to optimize it, or you have to alter it so that you can make most out of that particular setup or particular trade style, right? So like, if you're math student and if you know probability very well and you control your emotions very well, then I think you can do good in trading, because trading is all about emotions, psychology, and probability. Or like, I already have two small stop losses, like $105, $150, $53. uh, Still I took risk in in an hour for the three times, because I'm just waiting for my right setup, and I find my right setup. I took my trade, but I didn't book my no profit, and that's, I have to work on that, where I have to book my profit. Or like, I'm quite happy that it will give me profit of around like 80% or 30% of whatever, like, sorry, 80% or 70% 90% of the target. I will happy to take it, but at the same time, I am more interested in the big profits. I will not close my trade in the small profits, because that will not grow your account, either big profits or 90% of the big profits. So so we we are a victim of reversal, guys, and nothing, we can't do anything about this reversal. We have to accept this reversal, and we have to just shut down our system from this point. Because I'm already tired. Like, it's been like, what is the recording time, like 1 hour 33 minutes, and we have seen enough in 1 hour 33 minutes, and I think we have to we have to square off our position and shut the system for today. Otherwise it will take 30 more minutes to reach. It will definitely reach the target if the momentum is downward direction. If the market tried to go in the downward direction, and it will take the target for sure. It will give you 400 points, 500 points for sure, but it will take you around 30 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours. Don't know, god knows. So uh guys, I might pause the recording here, but I think you are more interested in the process rather than the stop loss or square off in the position at the target. So sentiments changes within second, guys. The game is all about sentiments. 174. Time is 12:34. Okay, so it's 12:34 a.m., guys, and I'm trading. I'm trading like a obsessed person who just want to learn from these setups, to learn from the psychology, to learn to get take the profits, everything. Okay. Reversal, 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 guys. I'm stopping recording. I'm pausing the recording because see, guys, the rule is the thing that I want to try that I will do here is I will square off my position at this point and I will square off my position at this point. Okay. So in between, I will not square off my position. Or either I will square off my position at this point also. It's fine. But yeah. Okay. So it's reaching this point. So I will more than happy to close the position um, and set the system for today. But too much learning from this trade as well. $69 loss. Sorry, profit. So, so it reversed. Let me draw the Fib, Fib retracement from this point to this point, and we can clearly see that it is reaching the 50% of this particular zone. And if it crosses 50%, we will book our loss at this point. So let's delete this. Oh, sorry. Let's delete this. Fall in the market is okay. We have reached 200 plus profit again. So we are seeing this 200 plus profit for the four times right now, and that's crazy sign that anything can happen, guys. Again, we are witnessing 200 plus dollar profit, but we are more interested in 400 plus dollar profit. So still far behind. So 240, 230. After a long time, it is moving again in our direction, although like nearly touched our entry point. Now it is moving again in the direction that we want, and we will wait again because we have waited so long, guys. Like our patience level is on the next level, guys. So we will we will wait for more. We will wait at least. Guys, I am pretty very much tired with this trade. Um, I I'm not having more appetite to hold in this trade. And see, it tested everything. It tested my patience, my to do me the favor, just move in the single direction, like either in the down, either in the up, so that I can peacefully cut off my trade, either of the direction. Um, I'm not interested. Okay, so it is now. It's a perfect time to guys cut off our trade. So because the closing of this candle is quite bullish, as you can see, the green candle is quite big and a clear reversal sign because the buyers are accumulating from this point, then this, then this, then this is the real. It will continue to higher highs, and it might, yeah. So let me close the position. So learning from this trade is like, although like I closed in this green position, like just to break this losing streak, and nothing that. So the learning from this trade is that I sorted at this point, and I believe that it will reach my target, but it reversed from this point all somewhere from 22.46. So my actual target was 1:3, and it reverses from 2.47 points. And for me, I have to work on this part as well, because if what if it reaches around your 90% of your profit, then you should book the profit or not. So it's fine. I think, guys, we have to call off this session at this point. It's overall a good learning day today. We had two stop losses at this point. So this is selling at $300. Like we trade in Solana only, because in Bitcoin there is no trade, and Ethereum there is no trade. In okay, in gold there might be a trade in the upward direction. So we can trade in the upward direction as well. But it will take longer to have a trade, a nice trade, because market is not having liquidity at that much. It is not making big moves. It is just making small moves. And at 4 hours, you can just see. So 4 hours, this is not a great candle, to be honest. Like it's still 1 hour 42 minutes, but the direction is in upward direction. So anyone who is trading at so I what I will do, I will execute a trade. Sorry, I will execute a trade at market, and my stop loss would be like 3690 means, and my stop loss would be at this point 3688 902 2 points. So yeah, 2 points. My If I am taking a risk at $300, 300 points, then 2 point will be a $600 risk. Hmm. What about 387? 387 is like this. Okay, avoid it, guys. Like we can't do gambling. Like we are focused at let me buy 300 quantity gold. Insufficient funds. Okay. Why it is saying insufficient? 300 times 3690. Okay. Uh, I think mm, let's add some more funds in this. Let's add 200. Yeah. Now we can add a stop loss as well, like 390. So we will square off our position at 388, 3688, 36888. So somewhere here, as soon as it enter here, and let me just, I'm just analyzing, although like we can drop off this trade as well. Just analyzing that what market is trying to do. Okay, so 5 minutes candle. So our stop loss is at this point, and our buying position at this particular point. So I will enter the trade manually. Okay, just leave it, guys. I think so. Let's leave it. We'll continue from tomorrow onwards. Like, let's say leave it. Or like this might be over trading. But our analysis is in upward direction, so we can continue from tomorrow onwards, like at 3689. So let me take the screenshot of this particular thing. Say, we will see tomorrow what will happen from this point. Okay. All right, guys. I think we should call off the session. Okay. Bye, guys. Let me see where is my camera. Stop recording.